The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus departed to the mountain to pray, and he spent the night in prayer to God. When day came, he called his disciples to himself, and from them he chose 12, whom he also named apostles: Simon, whom he named Peter, and his brother Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon who was called a zealot, and Judas the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor. And he came down with them and stood on a stretch of level ground. A great crowd of his disciples and a large number of the people from all of Judea and Jerusalem, the coastal region of Tyre and Sidon, came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And even those who were tormented by unclean spirits were cured. Everyone in the crowd sought to touch him, because power came forth from him, and he healed them all. The Gospel of the Lord. This gospel today is absolutely perfect in conjunction with what we heard last Sunday. So remember that powerful reading from Sunday when our Lord strikingly says, "Unless you hate your own mother and father, wives, children, brothers and sisters, you are not worthy of me." Again, that strange language our Lord emphatically uses, hate. And you begin to see why. We must first understand that we are all sick. If we don't understand that we are all sick, we will never penetrate the mysteries of Christianity. All of our relationships are tainted with dysfunction, manipulation, wounds. As we heard in the first reading, look at Paul. He says this. He says, "Do not be deceived. Fornicators, idolaters, adulterers, boy prostitutes, sodomites, thieves, greedy, drunkards, slanderers, robbers will not inherit the kingdom." We are all of that. We all have hints of sin within every single one of us. Therefore, all of our families, our institutions, our very lives are all tainted with this. Or one way of putting it, the church, humanity, we're all one big dysfunctional spiritual family. Again, there's no shame in this. That is the reality. And then now Christ comes in. Our Lord now, before he calls the apostles, notice what he does first. He says he departed to the mountain to pray and spent all night in prayer. That's a sign to you and I. God first. God first, God first, God first. Always and forever. And then, once we are properly aligned, if my heart is properly in love with God, and He has sole enthronement of my heart, then I'm ready to heal. This is why, as the apostles, he calls them out. He says he named them apostles from the Greek word, which means literally to send them out into the world. The apostles are meant to bring healing, which is why everybody, and towards the end of the gospel, said they all came to him just to touch Jesus, because they are aware of their sickness. You see, somebody who's not aware that they are sick will never need Jesus the healer. It is only in recognition of when we finally say, wow, I am a sinner. I am sorry. Which is why, by the way, I'm always emphatically encouraging everybody, go into the miracle room to confessional. Why? Because I want to hear every titillating detail of your life? No. I watch television for that, right? Plenty of soap operas. No, I'm there because in order to move in the spiritual life, the soul must first say, Jesus, I messed up. I am sorry. Heal me. That is why the ministry of the apostles and Jesus himself will always begin with healing. And once we receive healing properly aligned to God, then I'm able to heal the human dysfunction of my family and all of the other relationships that come. But it must be God first. Love him. And then we will truly learn how to love our mother, our father, our wives, our brothers and sisters, or even our own children. God first.